Greetings, my friends. This is New York Don. Ha ha ha. Hey, how's everyone doing? That's my Transylvania accent. Yeah, I was just watching. You may have heard me when I did that little walk around the neighborhood. I had watched this weird movie on Creature Feature called, I got the name right this time. I finished watching it. Mr. Sardonicus from 1961. It was in black and white. What a flick. Man. That thing was crazy. Yeah, the guy's face got deformed because he got scared when he saw a corpse. It is a strange movie, guys. If you want to watch something strange, you can watch it for free, man. It's on Creature Feature. Yeah, man, on YouTube, Creature Features. I should put a tag to it in my video. I don't get paid for it, man. I don't work for Mr. Sardonicus, man. I would wish I had the amount of money he had. Wow, that guy, he has a mansion. Yeah, anyway, guys, let's get back on track here. We're going to talk some Sarasota Tim. You know what? I got to catch up on my Nomadic Fanatic, too. I'm under the gun, guys, with that blizzard. Man, what a day. And the market, turning cash into trash. Huh? It's bad. It's Michael Jackson bad. That's how bad it is. Yeah, the damn market fell 800 points, the Dow today. It's messed up, guys. Really messed up. I'm going to check what's the futures looking like now. Oh, good. It looks like it's going to reverse course. NASDAQ futures up over 100 points. Dow up 75. Fingers crossed, because I kind of stared danger in the face and did some trades today that I shared with the members. Yeah. Did a few trades. It's not the day to sell when everything's way down, guys. That's not how you do it. And you don't want to buy when everything's way up. That's the other problem. I've always said money's made when you buy the stock. That's when you make the money. It's when you buy it, not necessarily when you sell it. You got to buy it at a bargain price. That's the deal. If you buy something like that's maxed out, chances are it's going to drop. That's why you really got to know what you're doing with this trading. Anyway, I'm getting down a rabbit hole here. That's why I separated out, and I have the members portion of the channel. The lower level membership just helps support the channel. It's like $5 a month or something. Appreciate everyone being on board. That's great. Because everything to do these channels, it all costs money, man. Yeah, the equipment. I got to get another card, a memory card going here. Everything costs money, man. Then I'm going to do my travels. Yeah, I'm getting ready for that now, guys. And I am actually going to be traveling. I'm not just talking smack. And I'm going to deliver on the boat and the Gulf, all the stuff I've been talking about. It's coming up on the channel, guys. You see, I'm not in Florida. My hands are tied as far as like doing things based on the weather. Yeah, it'll be coming up. Don't you worry. It will be coming. Yeah, man. That's all personal goals of mine. Even if I wasn't doing the channel, I would definitely do the same stuff. I want to get on the golf course. I want to do some boating. It's all my personal goals. I got to do that. My boat has gas in it that's like 4 years old, maybe even 5 years old. I got to burn that out. I got to get fresh. I think it will burn. And then I'll keep adding in some fresh gas. Yeah, man. If it was diesel, you wouldn't have to worry. That stuff lasts a long time. It's really good stuff. Better probably than gasoline. Well, each one has its pros and cons. I said it like the gasoline is great for cold weather. Those engines fire right up. You know, you don't have to worry about gelling. The diesel's great if you live in a more moderate climate because it's very efficient, and it's also great. It's good for boating too because it's less explosive than gas. Safer, man. The only drawback is on a boat like mine, I kind of like having a gas because it's much quieter. The engine's right underneath the rear deck of that boat, so that engine's whisper quiet. When you're going slow speed, it's like a sailboat. You barely even hear the motor. Yeah, a diesel, you'd be hearing the rumble. So anyway, yeah, you know what? Bitcoin's down another 1,100, man. $63,000. It's deteriorating. I put those videos up about Bitcoin. They should have gotten 100,000 views. Yeah, they're held back, man. The algorithm won't release them, man. Will not allow it, man. It's not allowed. Even if you're right, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe, who knows? Maybe they will. Maybe if Bitcoin keeps falling, they'll get more views. That's kind of messed up, but it could happen. You never know. Because you know what? What I'm looking to do here, you know, I've had a long run here on YouTube. This channel, I've been doing this for almost 2 years now on YouTube, this channel, New York Dan. And one of my personal goals is to get that 100,000 subscriber plaque. So if my Bitcoin video can go viral, that would be great. If I could get a couple million views on that, hit the thumbs up. Your friend, New York Dan. Yeah, that's going to go viral. When Bitcoin drops down to $500 a coin, yeah, it's only got to drop another $60,000 pretty much. And then my video will take off. I don't know. I don't know about that, man. So anyway, speaking of viral videos, and I'm going to talk Sarasota Tim, man. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to keep it compact tonight, man, because I got a lot of stuff on my plate. Matter of fact, after I film this, I'm going back outside tonight with the damn snow broom, that thing that extends, you know. I'm going to try to get the snow off my Mustang, which, if you saw my Blizzard video, it's got a lot of stuff on top of it. That way tomorrow when the sun comes out, it can start melting down the ice, whatever. I'm sure there's ice underneath that snow. That stuff was terrible, man. It was almost like, it reminded me of like frosting on a bakery cake. You know that thick white frosting? It's probably the kiss of death. When I shoveled into the snow, it was so thick. That stuff was like a frosting or something. It was very hard to shovel it. I think the blizzard winds compacted it or something. I've never seen anything like it. It was blowing against the house. All the windows were filled in with snow. It looked like something from The Shining. Jack Nicholson. Yeah. That's what it looked like out there. That was bad, guys. I'm done with this stuff. And now I got even more problems. I want to get the hell out of here, but there's more snow on the way. This is going to be real dicey. I got to check the weather. Man, this is bad news. All right, let's see some of the comments. Take a quick look. I haven't even gotten to them yet. That's why I'm doing this on air. I'm going to look at some of the comments. Oh, this is the video I put up for my security camera. Tyler Krell says, real lazy effort in this video. Oh, man. Beaver BAD said, come on, man. Dan got up early just before 3 p.m. to film this. And I said, I had to put a lot of work to make this happen. Had to press some buttons on my phone. Yeah. I'm telling you, you wouldn't want to be out there in this stuff. I felt really bad. Those guys in the morning that came to shovel, forget it. That the neighbor must have hired them. They showed up. They want to get, that's the problem when you do this kind of work. You got to do it all at once. Everyone wants to be shoveled out right away, right? They showed up. I was just happened to be upstairs, and I was looking at the out the windows and stuff, and I was like, what the heck's going on? Oh, these guys are coming with shovels. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I could hear the wind howling. Things were blowing around. I'm like, are they going to actually work out there? I'm like, it was much better by the time I got out there. Also, with the snowblower, I don't want to get out there and start doing that in that kind of wind. That blower shoots that snow up. It'll blow right back in your face. You'll be soaked. If it's windy out when you're trying to do the snow blowing. Yeah. Fifth Dimension 954 says, I heard winds were recorded at 84 miles per hour in Montauk today. Yeah. I think it was even worse way out on the end of Long Island. But believe you me, it was plenty bad here. Thank God the power didn't go out. As you see, there's a lot of big trees around here. Let's see. Drive Secure says, hey, New York, that is big time snow. That is not the fluffy snow. That stuff is heavy. Going to be have to fire up the snowblower. Yeah, definitely. I'm lucky I did it this afternoon when I did it, because the snowblower was even having trouble. It was riding up on top. It's like packing snow. I had to like hold it down. It was having trouble to propel. The wheels were spinning. This stuff was like turning into cement. Yeah, it's a nightmare, this stuff. I hate to think how hard that would be to shovel if you were doing it manually. Man, you'd have to do it right away. I think I waited too long to snowblow it. Okay, this is actually on the earlier video. The one I just put out, Chris Michaels says, Michael Jackson bad. At least you'll be out of there soon. I've never had a Dodge in my life. I've had Chevys and Fords. Only have a Ford truck now and a Toyota 4Runner that the girl drives. I've had one Camaro and 4 Mustangs. 2 of those Mustangs I still have. Good deal. Can't go wrong with Ford. Well, I do know some friends that have had Ford Escapes, and they actually, I know 2 friends that had Ford Escapes, and they both had the engines go bad. They had the EcoBoost, I think they call it. They turboed it up. I think they had a ton of power, those engines, but they may have put a little too much turbo on it, man. Yeah, I don't know. I think some of Ford's products are on the right track. Some of them are on the wrong track. I think the Ford pickup is pretty good. That Godzilla engine, those things are pretty bulletproof. Let's see. Oh yeah, Beaver commented, Beaver BAD, sounds like Dan is going to load up on the take-home boxes from the Italian joint. Yeah, well, you know what, guys? You jogged my memory. It turned out my friends were going to that. It's half price tonight. And last time one of my friends he bought us dinner, right? So tonight he didn't want it. He wasn't, I guess he was tight on cash. And he was like, or one of my other friends said, he's like, Dan, if you go, you have to pay for your own meal. And you know what? The weather is so crappy out there. I said to him, I think I'm just going to stay in tonight. I made the right choice. I had my own old world pasta because there's another factor involved. The last time I went to that restaurant, the pasta gave me that, my stomach was all messed up, acid reflux, the whole thing. If you've been watching my vids, you've heard about that. Yeah, and you know what? I can't afford to have a stomach problem right now. I got a ton of things that I got to do to make my trip happen. So I was scared to even venture over to that restaurant tonight. I don't know if when they do that half price, maybe the food they're serving is like leftovers in the fridge, from the day before or a few days before, and maybe they're just heating stuff up. There might be something going on with that, and they figure, oh, we'll get a small crowd, we'll just use up all the leftovers, give stuff out at half price. I don't know, but I'm not taking a chance on that. I have my own home-cooked pasta, and I know that that's fine. I'll sleep fine tonight if I don't put Coast to Coast on. And they keep playing that damn bumper music. I wish they would take that out of the show because it wakes you up if you're trying to sleep. The guy, usually they're talking, right? And I just keep the volume low, and then I usually just fall asleep while they're talking. Then they blast, all of a sudden you hear some kind of music blasting, and you're like, what's going on? People are trying to sleep. They shouldn't play that music. No, it's a cool show, Coast to Coast. Used to be with Art Bell. He started it. Unfortunately, he passed away. Art Bell. Now it's George Norrie. George does a good job too. And they have guest hosts a lot of times. You never know who you're going to get. Usually during the week, George is on. Sometimes when the guest hosts are on, I hate to say it, but I turn it off because they're not really up. Some of them aren't really up to par. I don't know what it is. They don't have that. It's not as interesting to listen to the show when the guest hosts are on. Yeah, it's weird. They're not into it like George is. George, he's like, he makes it like more exciting to listen to the show. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going down a real rabbit hole here, guys. We got to get to Sarasota here. Yeah, and I got cool stuff to talk about here. A couple of things that I wrote down in my notes here. I'm going to jog over that. Oh, Pago Dad R, if I'm not butchering that, he says, watching from my Florida pool home, he, gotta love it. Yeah, well, you got the right idea there. I wish I was in Florida. It's definitely better weather than what we get up here. So in the summertime, it's too damn hot up here too, so it's not like it stays super. It's not like we have a cool summer up here. A lot of days it's too hot to do boating. During July and August, you're in the air conditioning here. That's where you gotta be. It's just as bad as Florida a lot of times. I like South Florida because usually in the afternoon there's like a thunderstorm and rain, and that helps like bring the temp down. Yeah, it's not actually, South Florida is not bad at all. Not where Tim is. Make no mistake, that's not South Florida. He's in Bradenton. The water isn't as good there. The beach, it looks, the sand's fine, but the water, real South Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Boynton Beach, although those areas, that's the best. You get better weather, better water, the whole bit. Polsky girls busting on me. How many times do we have to hear how bad it is? Relax, man. You act like if you've never been through a snowstorm. Jeez Louise. Guys, if you know what, when you're watching it on video, it looks like it's all fun and games. It's all leprechauns, my friend, all leprechauns and rainbows when you're looking at it on video. Not like that in real life, guys. When I was filming that snow, my hands were like freezing. I was like worried I was going to slip on the blacktop and go down. I mean, it's nasty. It's not good, guys. It's scary out there, and I'm on like steep hills where you don't notice it on the video because. But the reason why I was worried about the black ice, if I go down, I could take a big slide. You could break bones doing that. It's terrible, man. All right, let's see. Drive secure. Hey, New York, this snow beats the last one you had. Big time. We watched last night Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 1956, black and white on YouTube. It was good. Cool, cool. I'm going to talk. You jogged my memory on the second thing I'm going to talk about. Eric in Florida says people in Buffalo will be like, why all the complaining? Huh. Yeah, Buffalo, New York, if you guys don't know, it's infamous for lake effect snow. All the Great Lake, the evaporative water coming off the lake, it comes over Buffalo, condenses and makes like ridiculous snows. Yeah. Okay. Pool Pulse 3447. He knew what I was talking about. Mr. Sardonicus was that movie. Yup. And he put strange movie. Yeah. I just got done watching it. It was from 1961, and I hope you like black and white, folks. It wasn't in color, but it was very clear. It's on YouTube for free if you look at creature features. Yup. And I don't even know if I said that before. I can't remember. I mean, don't tell me I'm getting Alzheimer's. I see. You know what when I was saying it, the thing that's confusing is I was just filming that video before when I was walking around outside and I was talking about it. So I think that's what is going on. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, so let me get, without further ado, let me go over some of these notes I have here. This isn't going to take too long. You know what? Here's the problem. My video gets so many comments. It takes so long to go through all the comments. Interesting. Buster NW says, spray cooking spray or WD-40 on your shovel to prevent snow from sticking to it. Yeah, that might be a good plan. That stuff was getting real nasty. You take a shovel full of snow and you can't get, most of it doesn't come off the shovel. Oh yeah, Pool Post said put Pam on the shovel. Yeah, I tried that, but she wasn't cooperating. No, that's that cooking spray stuff. And Eric in Florida says that works for like 1 minute. I don't know. It's something to try. Maybe I'll try that tonight. When I go out to do the Mustang, I'm going to have to shovel all the snow that I brush off it. I have WD-40 up there too, so I'm gonna give that a try if I can remember. And I'll film it, and we'll see if it works. Dust on the Bottle 101. Big Dan, you need a 4-wheel drive vehicle. The only vehicle I own that's not 4-wheel drive is my Harley, and it sits in the garage. Yeah, you know what? You're right. For some reason, I never seem to get a 4-wheel drive. Chris Michael says, last time you got acid reflux, you didn't feel so good, was from that restaurant. Was just a one-time thing, man. I'm surprised anything is open. Yeah, I didn't take a chance. I'm so glad I didn't do that. That's the last thing I need, is to get involved, go in there, and then have that problem again. Yup. Oh, no. Real Rusty says, MYD, have you seen JJ's new video? The voice sounds familiar. Looks like the squirrel got your nuts again. Maybe you have to take him to small claims court. Oh, yeah. They just watching F3C said you should be using the Instapot instead. What are you doing outside the house? Eric's like, the snow's great content. Oh, no. Robert Mallory replied, hate to say it, but Tim's content is more interesting. He replied to Eric being that the snow is great content. It's not often that we get that much snow here, so once in a while, man. Once in a while, we film it. And I hope we don't get any snow next winter. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Okay, I got a few things to go over here. This won't take too long. Just some notes here, and we'll talk Sarasota. Because there's some big news on Sarasota. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that coming up. He's got a big surprise for us, apparently, coming up tomorrow. Yeah, that's one of the things. But first, here's what's coming up. State of the Union address President Trump is going to deliver tomorrow night, Tuesday night, folks. The State of the Union. He's going to talk the economy, the whole bit. It should be interesting. Yeah, that's coming up. I was watching a World News site. You will not believe this. World News with David Muir, I believe, is what I watched right on YouTube, actually. They had a car, I think it was around Boston. They filmed it. It was the exact same color and model as my Mercedes, the 300 SD. Only I think on the back, I think it's the gas model. It may have had a straight 6 in it, a 300. Yeah, and it was fishtailing around and stuff. I'm like, holy crap. It's the same colors as mine. The exact, looked almost, it's got to be based on the taillight, even the same year as mine. I couldn't believe it. Who's out driving that in this weather? That's rear drive, man. That's not going to work good. No. So, I thought that was pretty interesting to see that. I don't know how they found that, the one car they filmed. Okay. This is the Tim note right here. Oh, yeah, I got a I got a joke for you, Rodney Dangerfield. I was cracking up. It came up when I was putting on the Mr. Sardonicus to finish it up. It came up some shorts from Rodney. One of the things he was like, he came on Johnny Carson a lot back in the day, and Johnny had on that plaid jacket, one of those 70s lapel jackets. Yeah, and he was like, he said, I tell you, Johnny, I'm getting old. The last time I got my birthday cake, it looked like a prairie fire. Had so many candles on it. And then there was another Dangerfield joke. He's like, I get no respect. I got in a taxi cab. I said to the driver, take me somewhere for a good time. He drove me to my house. Take me somewhere I can find a good time. Yeah. Apparently his wife, I guess, was doing something. It was the place to go. He brought me to my house. Dangerfield. He's like, I tell you, I live in a dangerous neighborhood, a bad neighborhood. In my building, every time I go to shut the window, somebody's fingers are in the way. Anyway, that's Dangerfield for you. And believe it or not, you know where Dangerfield came from? Long Island. He lived on Long Island. I think on the South Shore, not too far from me. So that's what I happened to see. It came up on my feed. So anyway, let's talk. Tim's big surprise, guys. Yeah, tomorrow, this will be my video, my early morning video for Tuesday, man. Tuesday. Yeah, there's some kind of big surprise Tim has. What do you guys think it is? Leave in the comments. Could it be that he is going to take off on a trip up to Virginia to battle Life of Vibe in court? You think that's what's going on? Do you think he's going to be talking about that? Or could it possibly be that he has a buyer for the Honda Goldwing? Maybe. That's hard to believe, though. He had the price he wants, 28 grand. Did he find someone to pay that much cash for it? Really? I don't know which one of these scenarios is less probable, to be honest with you. They both seem really far-fetched. I have no idea. Or the third scenario, it's going to announce that he's moving in to Miss Tammy, a.k.a. Granny Warbucks' condo. What do you think about that one? Yeah. 3 scenarios for you. His big surprise. Yeah, and the fourth one is he found some steaks on sale at Aldi, and he's going to burn them. Ha! I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, guys. Oh, and by the way, yeah, the last video, Life of Vibe, we were talking about the court. She's taking him to small claims court. I was trying to figure out, I'm like, how is it possible that he would have to go all the way to Virginia? Because I read you'd have to go down to Florida to his local court if you were going to take him to court. Apparently, people have been commenting back and forth about that, and they've been saying it's something to do with because she lost money with monetization in her state, she can put the lawsuit through small claims where she lives. And that means that Sarasota has to drive all the way up to Virginia to appear in court. And if he doesn't, there's probably, the judge will give a default judgment against him. And then he'll be on the hook. Yeah, she could garnish his wages or try to collect on it. Yeah. And some of you commented, you said that you think the judge may throw the case out. He may just like laugh at it. Yeah, there was a lot of people were speculating on that video. Oh, we were hoping to hear from Carl, and he weighed in on it too. He did appear in the comments. The Bohemian Bromad. Yeah, Just Mike's take says, I think copyright strikes have to be disputed in federal court. I think if Sarasota Tim were to get a lawyer, he could have the charges dismissed. She is hoping that he doesn't show and she wins by default. Yeah. Um, uh, I'm trying to figure out. I think Louis Lang replied to Just Mike's, and he says, "I know you asked Dan, but I have to weigh in. I think the courts don't want to waste time, don't want to waste their time on YouTube drama, and would throw out most cases." Yeah. You know what? Well, I remember, Stewie, I think Fork in the Road. He is one of the. He has several usernames apparently. I've been told. He commented in there somewhere, and he said he was gonna, if Tim's gonna come up to Virginia for that court case, he is gonna go there. Apparently, he's not that far away. He can go there in a couple hours. He is gonna try to meet Tim on the steps of the courthouse. Yeah, he's gonna try to intercept him. Ha! Huh? Yeah, that's pretty crazy, right? Carl, Bohemian Nomad, he says, no one cares what I think, but I agree with your legal reasoning. I don't know why Carl would say that, though. I don't quite understand. He is a lawyer. He's an expert on the topic. And I responded, I put, greetings, Carl, thanks. I see a comment from Grandma's pocketbook on here saying it could be in Virginia because that's where the issue happened. It's small claims court. If Tim doesn't show, Vibe will get default judgment in her favor and can garnish his YouTube pay. Seems far-fetched? ? You're the expert. What do you think? I haven't heard back yet from him. Soon. As soon as he gets done with his deliveries. He's got to do some deliveries, man. Then he'll reply back, man. Wish to Fish says, live clickbaited. Did she have a title like Sarasota Tim has court date, latest information? That is bad. Yeah, you know what? She kind of did clickbait because it made it sound like Tim was going to court right away, and apparently she said the court date will be only revealed to her members. Yeah. And one of the comments here, your Google Meister commented, court date is 4/10. You have to dig a little because Virginia Beach has their own court system, unlike others that go by county. So that's possibly when Tim would be going to Virginia, but we just don't know. We just don't know for sure what's up. Let's see what's going on. BB Ryder says we must notify Law and Crime to cover it. We need cameras in the courtroom for this. They should live stream it on YouTube. What do you think? That would be great. And then get Judge Wapner to preside over it. The People's Court. That would be classic. You remember that show? It was like dun 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 dun. The People's Court. Today we have an unemployed YouTuber that goes by the name of Sarasota Tim. He's claiming that a nurse who does YouTubing was using his content, his brand, his copyrighted brand, and he's mad. He wants compensation. The nurse, she's mad because she lost money when she couldn't play his content. She wants to be compensated. They're both mad and they want compensation. Dun, 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 dun. We're going to figure it out. We're going to pound it out in the people's court. We'll make a compromise. Well, how about this? The nurse can move into Tim's trailer, but Tim also is entitled to live there. So they're going to have to share the trailer, folks. Yeah, James Rockford was saying, do I have a gas-powered stove? I could turn the burners on to heat my place if the power went out. No gas here, man. It don't have no gas, man. Only oil. Yeah, yeah, that would work great if you have a gas line in your house. But it could be dangerous too if you should have a carbon monoxide meter when you alarm if you run that. That's, yeah. But guess what? You know what? People were commenting all over about, oh, that's dangerous. Don't do that. They were saying on here. Here's the thing I wonder about. On Tater's bus, he has a propane heater, and it's catalytic, and I think the exhaust vents right into his bus. And he's got the cats on the bus. Yeah, what's the deal with that? Is that safe, man? Toot toot. Toot 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 toot. Yeah, Dawn commented, Bitcoin crash may bring down the bank some. Bitcoin crashed today, and now XLF is starting to crack. Possible correlation. Yeah, I'm afraid of Bitcoin bringing down the tech stocks. That's what I'm worried about. Fingers crossed it don't. I don't mind. Let's hope it doesn't like just crash. Let's hope it's like a slow, under control, man, under control. If it just kind of levels off, we don't want anything dramatic. Doot doot. Oh yeah, all kinds of stuff. Sword of the Lord says, if Sarasota Tim was a true follower of Christ, he would not be telling lies every day and then dismissing it by saying you can't believe a damn thing he says. Yeah. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Just Joe commented some more about some stock stuff. That's in the members, man. You see what we're doing now. I'm not going to speculate on that, man. Plus, he does options a lot of times, and that's like the problem with options. They're more like lotto tickets because you buy into it, and they have to work out by the expiration date. And usually those dates are real tight. And if the dates are out further, they cost so much money. It's like a casino. The odds are stacked against you anyway. Yeah, man. I'll talk more about options on the member channel sometime. I'm going to do a lot more stuff for the members in the future with stock stuff. Here's the deal. I'm waiting for more and more members to sign up too. And it's not just that. The problem is I'm under the gun getting ready for this trip and I have so much stuff going on. Once I get the trip part done, then it's game on. Then I'll have plenty of time to do more stock type videos and stuff as I do more stock. But yeah, let's hope I think it's going to turn around. Let's hope tomorrow will be better. Yeah, you know what? I just realized the problem. I have so many comments on my video. When I do Tim's video, I can rattle through the comments in like a few minutes because he doesn't get that many comments. The funny video Sarasota did this morning, his first video, how I succeeded on YouTube and why some don't. Yeah, I watched that one this morning. I watched it. And I'm just curious what the comments. Damian Foy says, can't believe you buy stuff to take it back. It got 105 likes. Bubba says, you must be new here. Is this one of those comments he's going to scrub off? Hundo says, maybe some of us don't want everyone to know what we're doing daily. That got 68 likes. And D-Day says, the younger Gen Z ain't all that bad. Many around here are respectful, polite, etc. We're going to be all right. I think because Tim was ranking on, like, he's like, no respect, kids today. No respect. They don't know. They're too wrapped up in their phone. Meanwhile, he's got his phone all the time, and he's filming everything, and I'm sure he's always on it. Yeah, it's just like when he parked his Kawasaki in front of Walmart. It may be on my short videos on the channel. You may have seen it. Damian Foy, yo, man, you're going to get banned, man, from Tim's comment. You're going to be banned. That's the end, man. You can't say stuff like this. He says, can you sell yourself, your soul, your dignity, your self-worth? You have 2 sons. You never hear or see them. All I hear, I guess he means, is my daughter. Yeah, I guess Tim talks just about his daughter. That got 90 likes, man. Yeah, these comments, man, he didn't scrub through them yet, man. Gonna be banned, man. We're not gonna see Damian Foy on the channel again, man. Yeah, man. JJHK says, bye, Felicia. So apparently they think they know who that is. I don't know who Felicia is. And Sir Tedrick Walker says, Nonya. I don't know who that is either. Nonya. I don't know what that's about. Dallas Pope says, can you tell us exactly what your cholesterol numbers are? For some reason, I don't remember you sharing that. And Tim replied, but I can't see it because I'm shadow banned. But Sir Tedrick says, every cell in your body needs cholesterol. I don't know, man. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't think it's good to have a ridiculously high number. High cholesterol. I'm just going to see if there's anything interesting, and then I'm going to talk. I'm going to give my take on what he was saying in the video, because I want to keep it compact, man. Want to keep it compact. Oh, yeah, they're talking about videos, and Angel Mission says the worst are the AI ones with horrible monotone voices, or those that just show hands. I also can't stand those that talk while putting on their makeup, and it is not even a makeup tutorial. Yeah. James Swan says, I am happy when I was a teenager in the 80s. I miss those days. Such a different world now. Yeah, well, I remember those days. And it was different. There were cool things about them. And like I remember going to the hobby shop, and they had like those giant video game consoles like Pac-Man, Asteroids, all those game machines. And it was pretty cool. You had cool cars. You had like some of the cars had more style, like the Cadillacs. You had the Trans Ams. Those were the cars to drive, the Camaro. Now I think things have gotten less cooler now. Everything is more cookie cutter. Like everyone's driving like a Toyota Prius or some kind of round SUV thing. No style, man. They all look the same, man. The SUV, they box, man. It just don't matter what brand it is. And some of the new cars, the electric ones, forget about it. They're looking so bad, so damn strange. They got like weird, like a box thing, and they put lights in the front. It's like a shoebox with lights. That's my opinion on it. That's my opinion. Don't even get me started. But I'll tell you what. I kind of think that the best time to possibly be living is, believe it or not, now. Yeah, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of things that are better. Yeah, the technology, the convenience, you have phones. I can do like what a computer, you didn't need in the 1980s, you need a supercomputer just to do what this phone can do. Yeah. And you can have music, like I have my disco playlist right on my channel here. It's public. You can have your own music, your own program music that you like. You can, back in the day, you had to listen to the radio. And they would, you know what the problem with the radio is? They would play, to be honest with you guys, I haven't listened to the radio in a long time. Sometimes when I'm doing work, I throw it on with my headphones. But like the regular radio stations back in the 1980s, they would play a lot of commercials, but they would also only play like the top like 10 songs maybe. And they kept repeating them. I remember listening to it. I was like, oh, crud, they're playing that again. I'm like, that was fine the first like 25 times I've heard it. But now it's on the air again. I'm like, for real? Remember the Sony Walkman with the earbud? You tune your radio? Or cassette? Yeah. Things have sure changed. I think it is a lot better now, to be honest with you. I don't know. Back then, a lot of the cars were way underpowered. It's a different world now, though. It might be more fast-paced and more complicated. Yeah, but there was a lot that was lacking back then, too. I remember you went into a restaurant, and the stench in there would be awful. You had people smoking right in the restaurant at the table or whatever. Yeah, it was nuts. Yeah, you would stink if you went out for dinner. Your clothes, forget about it. All the people that were back in like 1980, you go into the restaurant, all those people with the smokes going on, they were old back then. They looked old back then. Of course, I was much younger too. But I bet you they were probably in their 60s or something like that. They probably weren't that old. And maybe even like 40s and 50s. But you know what? I bet that just about all those people are probably deceased now. You believe that? Isn't that insane how that works? Yeah. My friend in Florida, his condo development, it's 55 and older, right? We were talking something that like blew our mind when I was down there last time. He was like, you imagine the condo development was built around like 1984. He's like, all the original owners that bought in when this condo development was new, they are all deceased. Isn't that crazy? He's like, It's a whole new group of people living in these condos now. It's insane. And when I first went down there, I would see people down there that are like really old. And I was like, oh, wow, I mean, imagine now you have to be pretty old to live here or whatever. Now I go down there and I see people and I think they're young. And I'm like, oh, wow, I'm surprised. This place is pretty hip. There's a lot more younger people living here now. It's pretty crazy how things change. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. But yeah, also, you didn't have like GPS and everything. Like when I do my trip, that really helps. I remember going down there before GPS. I had to have like an atlas road map. I had to like look up and try to figure out where I was. And if you went off the beaten path, forget it. You could easily get lost. You had to have the right maps with you and stuff. I don't know, guys. The cruises I go on, forget it. They didn't even have those ships. The cruise ships weren't as good. They were very, very expensive. Yeah, it was very hard to go on a cruise. I don't know. There's a lot of benefits in modern times. Let's put it that way. So, yeah, that's just, I could go down the rabbit hole and do a whole video on that. But I got to like focus on this. It's long enough. We're getting overtime here. All right. So anyway, Tim made in this video, he talked about like why he succeeded on YouTube. He was watching some kind of motorcycle adventure video, and the guy spent a lot of time making it and editing it, and he really didn't get that many views on the video. He put, you put work into it. I was saying that the other day. I'm like, if you edit the video, you ever try doing that? Put a video together that you did different scenes and you want to edit it and actually, you trim it just right. You blend it, the transitions it's called. You put music. Forget it. To make like a 1 hour video, you could spend like 10 hours working on that thing. So one of these guys did this epic trip and he put his video up after he edited it and crafted it, and it only got like 600 views. Then Tim couldn't believe it. And unfortunately on YouTube, there's a lot of stuff like that. Drone videos that, yeah, they're amazing views or amazing stuff. But when drones first came out, maybe that was something people would watch. They'd be like, wow, I've never seen that before. But now it's like, who don't got a drone? Everybody got a drone. Oh, wow, I've seen that 100 times. Nobody cares about it. Yeah. So Tim was saying you have to like show your face and do the video yourself. It's more about you or about him, his brand, than about like showing like a motorcycle going down the road, filming from your helmet. You're not seeing the person, you're just seeing the road or whatever. Too many of those on YouTube, I guess. A lot of people like to they like to make videos, but the problem is a lot of people do not like to be on the camera themselves. That's part of it. Yeah, that's part of what's going on. And with AI, the AI videos, every Tom, Dick, and Harriet, there's scam artists out there trying to sell like, oh, I'll sell you the secrets to making AI videos and you can make your own YouTube channel and make money with it. That is a load of manure. There's so many AI videos, it's very hard to get them watched. Maybe if they're made by a professional production company and they're really like amazing and they probably have a whole crew working on them, putting them together and stuff, figuring it out. It's true. The problem is if there's too many videos like that, less people are going to watch them. Oh, wow, there goes my bird, Cooper. Hey, Coop. Yeah, the AI stuff, man, that's all phony, man. That all made with AI, man. And a lot of it, I hate it when I watch one of those videos. You can almost tell, because the person on there does not sound human. It's like a narration, but it's done by a machine. You're listening to Hal from 2001 Space Odyssey. That's what it is. Yeah, they put those words on the screen. That's a telltale. As soon as you see the words, forget it. It's AI, man. It's not real. I even saw a damn Amish lady I started watching, and she was very still, and she, they made her look very attractive. Let's put it that way. And she was talking about like scandalous stuff with the Amish community, and I thought she was real. Actually, I looked at the comments, and I found there were some comments in there, and they said, they're like, you guys do realize this is created with AI. I'm like, holy crap. Then I thought about it. I looked at her movements and stuff, and I could tell. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not even a real girl. Wow. But that video just came up on the feed, and I was just clicking through it. Yeah, man. It's tough. It's very tough to do these channels, or to get enough people watching. Yeah. And especially if you're starting a new channel, I'd say you have just about no chance of succeeding unless you're actually on the channel doing something, talking on the channel, or doing things yourself, appearing. If you're not going to be appearing on the channel, I don't think it's going to work. Very little chance, man. Yeah, unless you're giving something away for free, like mechanic videos. You're showing how to repair something, some kind of thing that everyone wants something for nothing. But with Sarasota, he's like, people tune in. He said there's a couple reasons why they watch my videos. He's like, it's my attractive good looks. That's part of it right there. My wisdom. Yup. They tune in. He said, number one, also his honesty, his integrity. But the number one reason why they tune in to watch his videos, his signature flathead style. Ha! No, I don't know, man. I don't know. Sarasota's going to beat me up if I better not go near that trailer, man. Forget about it. Or if I see him in public, you better run the other way, man. No. Anyway, I'll let Stu handle that. Stewie will go, he'll go video him at the court. Yeah, man. So, yeah, that's what's going on here. I hope everyone's staying warm. I hope this weather improves. Yeah. I got my work cut out for me, guys. I got to get busy. Hit the thumbs up. Your friend, New York Dan. And I'll see you guys real soon in the next video. Over and out.